Welcome to Lesson 19. I'm Kara Cahulan. Check out the training blog for notes pages, questionnaires, and a PowerPoint presentation for this lesson. There's a lot of additional information cached there. You can read more about the subject in my Smashwords ebook, Modern Knighthood. When you were initiated as a squire at the armoring, you were just required to complete the lessons that led up to it. Similarly, when you were initiated as a knight in the arming, you needed to write a ritual to show that you understand how to use ritual. But once you've done that, you were offered the knighthood ritual. Now you've arrived at the threshold of the mastering. Unlike the previous two initiations, the mastering is something that you have to be confident enough to ask for. Masters of the Order won't offer you this initiation unless you ask for it. The challenge facing those of you approaching this milestone in your knighthood is what to do when the seneschal challenges you at the entrance to the mastering ritual. The seneschal will ask you, how will you demonstrate your mastery? Candidate knights need to come up with a short demonstration of their mastery for this ritual. This demonstration is called the Battle of Proof. The Battle of Proof is a short demonstration, and this can take the form of an actual demonstration involving your chosen magical weapon, the one you dedicated yourself to at the arming ritual that made you a knight. It could be a Bujitsu kata, a display of swordsmanship, an Arnis Senawali form. But think about this. What does your magical weapon represent? Creativity? Will? Vision? Strength? Spirit? Then consider, what could the symbol of this path be that others can see? An action? A statement? A symbol, perhaps? Once again, the Battle of Proof needn't be long or elaborate. In fact, it's better that it's short and concise. If an expression of your mastery takes the form of a physical demonstration involving a magical weapon like a kata, this is not a problem. However, don't get hung up on that. It can also be a recital, a poem, a haiku, a song that you wrote to honor your warrior path. It could be a warrior dance, a demonstration of psychic ability, or a written essay on a related subject. It could be as simple as a gesture, a symbol that represents your achievement. Remember Paul Tuyetian's description of a warrior? He said, soldiers march, warriors dance. A warrior is a person that takes a fearless and objective inventory of their personal characteristics and uses this information to take control of their life. Again, being a warrior is not about fighting, it's about winning. It's not about using your hands, it's about using your head. This is especially true of this situation, because in the mastering ritual you become the magical weapon. The mastering is about the fifth pair of magical weapons, mind and spirit. Remember your Sun Tzu, those who render other armies helpless without fighting are best of all. One way to look at the Battle of Proof is like a Zen koan. For those of you unfamiliar with that, in Zen Buddhism, Zen masters give their students riddles called koans to solve. The Japanese word koan, in Chinese kung an, means public case. That's exactly what this Battle of Proof is, a public case. In answering a koan, the Zen student is allowed to do anything. Anything at all. As in this case, the answer can be a gesture, a pantomime, a statement, or a single word. An old Zen poem states, everywhere I went I met with words, but I couldn't understand them. The ball of doubt within my heart was as big as a wicker basket. The master, from his mat of felt, rose up like a dragon, and baring his right arm, struck my chest a single blow. My ball of doubt, fright shattered, fell to the ground with a crash. The first koan of the In-Zen school of Zen is, in clapping both hands, a sound is heard. What is the sound of one hand clapping? And what is the answer to this? The student faces his master, takes a correct posture. Simple as elegant as that. The Battle of Proof is my koan to you. Like the Zen monk, you can do anything within reason to answer it. So be creative. Look closely at what your magical weapon represents and choose wisely. And yes, you can run it past the Grandmaster or your mentor in private if you want to see if you're on the right track. Now, one other thing I want to mention about the mastering ritual is mirror magic, which is part of that ritual. St. Jerome once said, the face is the mirror of the mind, and the eyes, with its speaking, confess the secrets of the heart. So following the Battle of Proof, the initiate is confronted by knights representing the 5 elements: air, fire, water, earth, and spirit, who show the initiate his reflection in a hand mirror. Now, this is a form of mirror magic. It's something that Dion Fortune talked about in her book Moon Magic. Mirrors are curious things. You'd think that what you're showing you is reality. In actual fact, because your eyeballs are connected to your brain, your mind is interpreting what you see. This means that what you actually see may be what you hope to see, or what you fear to see. In 1620, Francis Bacon wrote, "The human understanding is like a false mirror which, receiving rays irregularly, distorts and discolors the nature of things by mingling its own nature with it." Instead of just sitting back and letting this happen, you can actually focus your mind on the image and steer it to take you places in the astral or in the world that you need to see. You can also use this vision in the mirror to steer yourself away from your fears and towards your hopes and goals. Many people find it easier to see psychically in a mirror. If you want to try this, try setting yourself up in a dark room facing a mirror with a small light illuminating your face. Now imagine yourself, that face in the mirror, being anywhere that you want to be, like Dunskaya, or the Mother House, or wherever you like. It's a good way to launch yourself on astral journeys or to engage in remote viewing. So one more thing. Now that you've considered these things, let's look at one place you could go within Dunskaya, our group astral temple, that might assist you in this endeavor, and that's the Zendo. The Zendo is a place where the earth energies and air energies merge, creating a suitable place to do meditation to focus your will. As I mentioned in lesson 14, this is a good place to meditate to discover what you should do for your battle of proof. So, give this a lot of thought. Think about what you need to do to demonstrate your will, to demonstrate your mastery for that battle of proof. That's your homework. Thanks for listening. Be glorious.